Okay. So, yeah, welcome to the call. I'm Hayley. I'm a Presidential Marketing Director for the Juice Plus company. What that means to you guys that aren't in the business is that that is the highest position that you can get in the business. Just going to mute one sec. Yes, so that's the highest position you can get in the business. And I've been doing it for 4.5 years now. It means that I've received all the bonuses available to you as you're working up the business in the promotions. So the bonuses that are available now that you, or when you decide to join the business, guys, just make sure you're muting your phones, please, because it's quite off-putting when we can hear you rummaging in the background for others. So bottom left is a mute button. If you press that, make sure your phone's muted. Thank you. Yes, so where was I now? See, this is why it throws you off. Yeah, so I've been in the business. I've received all the bonuses. Anyone is entitled to the bonuses. So when you join the business, the bonuses are available for absolutely anybody, and there's no time frame on there. So you can go as slow or as fast as you want to, depending on what time you can commit to the business, you know, how many hours you can do a day into the business, etc., will determine, you know, how fast or slow you do this. But it's nice to know that you're not been given a deadline. I think that means a lot to a lot of people. So there's no time pressures there at all. So I started the business. Oh, I'm just going to mute. Who is that? Okay, so I started the business 4.5 years ago. When I joined, I was a single mum and I was working in retail. So I was a store manager for a large retailer. I had about 250 staff, about 15 managers underneath me, and I managed a warehouse as well. So quite busy, quite stressful. I took that job purely to keep my mortgage. I didn't want to be a single mum. I didn't plan to be a single mum, but these things, you know, life throws things at you. And the only way that I could keep my house was to take this high pressure job. That meant that my son was 7 months old and he had to go into childcare from 7:30 till 6 at night. So I felt massively guilty for this. I feel like I missed out on lots of milestones. It's not a regret for me because you've got to do what you've got to do when you're in times like that. But it wouldn't be how I would have chose my life to pan out. So I was in this situation where I was, you know, left to just pay bills, really. I felt like I'd turned 30 and all I was doing was working to pay bills. And that was all. I just felt like, what is going on? Surely there's more to life than this. I'm sleeping. I'm rushing to get him up, to get him to nursery. I'm working all day. I'm rushing back, rushing to get him into bed, falling asleep. I wasn't taking care of my health. And I'd had a recent health scare as well. So it all come at a good time for me. Like, I just had a moment where it couldn't get much worse. And I just thought, well, you know, this business is offering me to improve my health and earn some extra money. So I jumped at the opportunity. I'm normally quite skeptical. I normally think, it sounds too good to be true. I'm quite negative. Well, I was. So I was like, I'm not sure. But because of the time that it was like introduced to me, I was just having a sodic moment and just said, yeah, I'll go with it. Sign me up. Nothing can be like, what's the risk, you know? So I went with it. I was very much doing this business part-time. So it was in my spare time hours I was building this business, very much spare time. So I'm talking a little bit before I started work, my lunch break, and then when my son was in bed. Originally, I only joined it for an extra £50 to £100 a month because that would have been enough for me to class as fun money. So money that, you know, the bills didn't swallow up. I hated being paid and then 3 days after my direct debits come out and I was left with nothing and I was borrowing money to get me through the month again. So it was just like a little bit of fun money, really, that that's what I wanted this business for, to ease the pressure. To my surprise, after about 4 months in the business, I was going at a steady pace. You know, I had to get on the products myself, gather my own experience of the products. So, you know, that's what I was doing at the start. I'd lost about 10 pounds on the shakes, and I was really starting to enjoy them. I was loving that I had the extra energy. I felt really, really good. So I just was sharing that really on social media. About 4 months in, my business spiraled, and it started matching my full-time salary a year into it, really. And I started hitting the bonuses from 4 months in quite quickly, like one after the other. So it started matching my full-time salary. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, no, this is like not going to last. But it did. It carried on growing. After about 18 months, it was doubling my full-time salary. And I was just thinking, wow, you know, this is part-time money, but earning double my full-time wage. At this point, I had fallen pregnant. So I thought I might as well stay in the company that I'm in and wait to get maternity pay. After 21 months in the business, I'd reached all the bonuses. So I'd been paid out 78.8k in bonuses, but also my commissions on top. So I was in a very, very great place financially compared to what I've ever been to in my life. You know, I've always been in debt for stuff. I've always paying stuff off longer than it lasts me. So I was just really, really grateful and blown away by this. I started saving it. We invested in a bigger house. And the best thing that it's done for me is, whilst I was on maternity leave, I was able to quit my full-time job. So the second time round of being a mum has been completely different. I've been at home with him now for 2 years. I've not missed a single day, not a single, moment or milestone, would you say? So I just love this business so much for what it's done for me. It's given me so much. I've been able to take my family abroad, all inclusive. We'd never been abroad together. Now last year we'd been away like 6 times. We went to Lapland. I've bought cars for cash now, all things that I just never imagined doing. But the best thing is being able to pick up my son every day from school and being a stay-at-home mum, which I've always dreamed of. So I've met loads and loads of friends. The social side's really good. It's really nice to be around positive people. And on top of that, my health's really improved, and so has my family. So that's my story, really. 4.5 years down the line, I'm more excited than ever. I love this business. The recognition is just incredible. The business is a really, really great company. They look after you really, really well. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the company history. And I've just made some notes because I always get carried away and forget them. So the company itself has been around for 48 years. So it's a well-established company. It's well-known. It's not like you're joining something that's likely to, go bust or anything like that. It's been around for 48 years. The nutritional side of it, the Juice Plus side of it, has been around for 25 years. And in that 25 years, the company has got 38 gold medical studies. So it is known to be the most medically backed nutritional product in the world. The company is in 26 different countries. So when you decide to take your franchise, it's not that you're just taking a UK franchise. It means that you can operate in 26 different countries. So at the moment, I get paid from 13 countries. I've probably only been to about 4 of them. So that is just, I've never ever been to Australia, and I get paid from Australia. So I get paid when I'm sleeping. How amazing is that? It's also backed by a thing called informed choice, which means that it's expertly tested for athletes to be able to use. And all I wanted to say to you guys is, like, the health and wellness industry is definitely the industry that you want to be in. it's known to be the one that's going to rise the most in the next 4 years. So by 2022, health and wellness is going to increase by 54%. 50% of the population globally is concerned about being overweight and are looking into weight management programs. So, everything's on the rise. People are trending to get healthier. So, being able to help people is one of the most rewarding jobs ever. And this is what you can do with this business. There's 4 elements to the job. So the first one is, when you join this business, one of the things that you'll have to do is retail the product. What that means is you will be having an office. With your £50, you get given an office, and you will submit orders on there just like you do any online shopping, ASOS or anything like that. You simply add it to the cart and check out. Number 2, second thing to the business is mail order. What that means is the company. So there's quite a few companies out there where you might have to buy products up front. You might have to store them in your spare room, or you might get a big delivery and then you have to pack it all up and distribute it out. That's not what we do. There's no starter kits needed. Obviously, it's best that you try the products and be your first customer, like I did. But you don't have to buy a starter kit. You don't have to fill up a spare room. You literally just place the customer's order. The company invoices the customer. The company will send the products to the customer, thank God, because if anyone relied on me going to the post office, they'd never get their stock. So the company ship it to the customer. They deal with refunds. They also pay you, and they also pay your team. So you don't have to do none of the complicated, boring stuff. That's all done for you by the company. The next thing the third thing about our business is networking. So networking is just simply sharing something you like on social media. So you've probably checked into restaurants before. You probably say that you've been cinema and you like the film. I was absolutely raving at A Star Is Born. I shared it with everyone and told everyone they had to go and see A Star Is Born. I didn't get paid for that. But that's what this business is like. You're just sharing something that you like. You're advertising it on social media and telling a story. And basically, that is what gets you orders. And then you're teaching, so that, everything you do, when someone joins you, you will then teach them how you've done it. So you'll teach them everything you've been taught by the person above you. So the person that invited you onto the call today, they would be your upline. They will teach you everything they know, and then you will do the same to the people that join below you. You can earn from your team, and your team can help you get bonuses as well. So everything your team puts through goes towards you being able to receive a bonus as well as them. The company will give them a bonus and you. You can earn between 10 to 20% commissions. So as you go up the ladder, you will be given more commissions. There's opportunities to travel. I've travelled with this business. I've travelled to Dubai. I've travelled to Marbella. I've travelled to Barcelona, Liverpool, Birmingham, Bournemouth, all places like that. So there's opportunity to travel. You meet loads more people. You'll make so many more friends. So your social life will increase. And as well as that, something that, everybody wants is good health. Your health will improve as well being on the products. So that is mainly everything about the business. I just want to invite my guest speaker onto the call because I want you to hear from someone else, someone that's joined underneath me, so she can share her experience in being part of my team. So, Lucy, can you unmute yourself? Or will it not let you?
I'm mute.
Hello? Yeah, you all right?
I'm done. Let me film myself. Oh my God. Right, okay. So thank you for inviting me on.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I absolutely love listening to the story. It never gets old. So look, right, me and you, we met when we were at school, right?
Yeah.
Knew you for years. I saw you on social media promoting about this product that I'd never heard of, Juice Plus, and this was like 3 years ago. I'd never heard of it, but at the time I wanted to lose a little bit of weight. And I thought, as you said, I thought it was just a weight loss product. And to be honest, I didn't really think it was a real thing. I just thought it's some sort of fad that you were doing, and I thought, well, good luck to you, but it's not for me. But I watched you, and I just, in the end, I just thought, well, look, I might as well give these products a go, because at the time, like you said, you were in a little bit of debt. I was in a lot of debt that not many people knew about. You were one of them. You didn't know about that. I didn't share it with people. I was embarrassed. I had a really good job, or what I thought was a really good job. I'd worked really hard to get that job. I was a corporate marketing manager in Canary Wharf. I liked the job. I liked the company. There was nothing wrong with it. But it just, do you know when you just feel like there's got to be more to life? Like there was always more month at the end of the money for me, always. And I was just paying out so much more than what I was bringing in. Wasn't in a good place. And I just saw that you were loving life on these products. So I thought, let's give it a go. So I did. I tried the products and I loved them. Having been someone that thought healthy eating was eating a Marks and Spencer's processed Count on Us meal, that was me. Nothing against them, but it's just obviously that there was a whole new ball game for me to learn. So I got healthy, if you like. I taught myself a lot. I looked into nutrition. I learned loads from you and the team, and the products just absolutely changed everything about my family's health. So within a few weeks, I noticed that I didn't have any more psoriasis, and that wasn't just the products. That was me completely changing my lifestyle as well. So I lost all my psoriasis. I did lose weight as well, lost a stone in my first month. But most importantly, the kids' products that are free. So Olivia, so for anyone that doesn't know me, my little girl Olivia, like, you know, she was a bit of a fussy eater, but she's not anymore, and that I do believe that's from these products. So all of our health changed. In my first month, I earned £114, which isn't life changing, but for me that was an extra £100 that I never had. And I just thought, well, look, if I can average out £100 extra a month, that will allow me to have a debt-free Christmas and also clear my Argos card. So I owed about £300 on that. And I'd done that by month 3. And by month 12, so a year into the business, still working full-time, studying, being a mum, moving house as well, I was earning probably about £1,000 a month more than what my full-time salary was. And that wasn't easy. Like I say this to people when they join all the time, it's not an easy route to, you know, clearing your debts. I worked really hard for it, but I'd never ever found it like work. Like when you love what you do, it's not like work, is it? And we all love what we do. So after about a year, I'd started earning more than my full-time job. 2 years later, things just got better and better. Like obviously I was nominated for awards with the DSA, the Direct Selling Association. And, you know, all I did was exactly the same as what you've just said, Hayley. Like I took a product, I loved it, and I just shared it with people, and that was it. You know, first of all, like I didn't want to post pictures of my food on Facebook. I didn't want to talk to people about the products. I was really shy. And to see me go from that to a year later talking on stage in front of 4,000 people is just incredible. So I've got a lot to thank the company for. It's completely changed my life.
I think like you used to be shy of me, and I'm your friend. So
yeah. I was shy of everyone. Like I was all right. I was one of those people, like as soon as I'd had a couple of glasses of wine, I'd be all right. Like I was a bit out of my shell, but I was always shy. I used to go, no, all right. Like I was always shy. And this business has completely changed me as a person. So, and it's not only, you know, the debt stuff's great and all of this, but being able to renovate our house as well. Like we had a really bad flood a few months into the business when I'd started. And usually I would have had to have waited for the insurance money to come through or borrowed the money. And because of this business, we was able to just get everything sorted. Which when I say a flood, it was like a real bad flood, right? So all of the plaster in our house was like we had bare brick walls, we had no flooring, it was just awful. So yeah, just to be able to say, all right, well, I've got a second income now. So every month we was just sort of using that money to renovate our home, and it's all done now thanks to this business. So
yeah. Oh, thank you, Luce. Thank you for sharing that. And like Lucy said, like, you know, the bonuses can be really, really life changing. I mean, the first month that I went on maternity pay, I received a whole year's salary in 1 month. So what I would have taken me a year to earn in retail, I got paid from this business for 1 month. But like Lucy said, it's not easy. It's not quick rich. That's not what we promote. You know, we're looking for determined people that have got big goals, that want to, you know, change something in their life. You might just want to earn £100 a month. You might want to earn £200 a month. You might want to earn 3, 4, 5. Whatever it is, you will have to work on your Juice Plus business daily and show up daily. But it depends. You might be able to give an hour. So be it. That's fine. You might be able to give 2 hours. But even if it's an hour a day, that will make a difference, and you will be able to, you know, achieve some really good things with this company. So we can't fault the business. You know, I hear people say all of the time, oh, I'm worried I don't know enough people. Just remember, you know, this is social media. The world is massive. There's, I don't know how many billion people out there. But, you know, you can operate in 26 countries. We're not talking about just your people, that your immediate people. You can branch out so much bigger, and that's the beauty of this business. Like, look how big Amazon is. Like, it's all about direct selling, and that's what we do. So don't let that be something that worries you. And just remember, everyone, if also people are really, really worried about what people think, and, you know, why would you worry? Like, they don't pay your bills. Opinions don't pay your bills. Those people that might want to put their 2 penny in when you sign up, they're not the people that are there giving you £100 to get you through the month. And I found that out very quickly in the business. You know, people that I thought were my friends actually were not, because they weren't supporting me, and they wasn't helping me when I couldn't feed myself 2 days before payday. So I just think if this is something you've thought about and you want a different 2019, it is the best time to join this business. We've got the best few months ahead of us in this business. January, February and March are really massive months for us. And like I said, health and wellness is on the rise massively. So just go for it. What have you got to lose? You've got everything to gain. We're a great team. You get all the training you need, all the support you need. You've got nothing to lose. So I look forward to you all joining the team. Thank you all for joining. And if you've got any questions, please ask the person that added you to the call. I'm just going to see if there's any that I can answer quickly now, but I don't think there is. When I say show up, no, I don't mean go in places. The beauty of this is, you know, at first I had no time to go places. You could go to an event when there's local events on in the pub, local pubs near you, or halls that we do events in. That's just like team meetups, really. When I say show up on your business, I mean post on Facebook daily. So you would need to post on Facebook daily. That is showing up to your business. So yeah. I think that is all the questions. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. So like I said, anything that pops up, ask the person that added you to the call. Thank you so much, Lucy. You've done me super proud as always. And yeah, see you later, guys. Take care. Bye.